Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180. 180 seconds of inspiration and motivation intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 312 of the Daily 180, and today I want to continue our series on G words by talking about the word grapple. Grapple is a word that when I first encountered it, it was in high school. We were talking about wrestling. Somebody was talking about the idea of getting on the wrestling team, and they talked about the idea of the grapple of getting in and getting tangled and trying to wrestle things around and come out on top. At that point in time, I thought, oh, that's interesting. I appreciate that. Thanks very much. Not my deal. And I went my separate way and left that particular process. But I came in contact with that word and encountered it again in a different context. And that new context was about grappling with ideas. And that was tremendously interesting to me. It actually inspired me to look a little bit more deeply at what this idea of grappling was really about. When we grapple with something, we are trying to, we struggle with it, we wrestle with it, we are trying to come out on top, and we are doing it in a way that it's dynamic. The thing pushes against us as well. And so when we're grappling with another individual or when we're grappling with an idea, we are not just trying to master a process in the absence of active resistance. Instead, we are actively trying to master something that is, in many ways, trying to keep us from mastering that particular process. When we're talking about it in a physical skill, we're trying to get on top of someone, or we're trying to pin someone who is actively trying to be not pinned down. But when we talk about it with ideas, when we talk about it with ideas and with goals, with things that we want to accomplish, we have to acknowledge that there is an ever-changing ebb and flow to the way that that information comes at us, to who we are when we encounter it at first, to the way that layers of meaning and understanding may unfold as we spend more and more time grappling with this idea. One of the places that I see this coming across most clearly for me is when I'm dealing with personal improvement, when I'm dealing with some development of a skill or an idea or a concept and trying to expand my understanding of what goes on with that. When I find myself grappling with an idea, with a concept, with a change that I'm trying to make, I recognize that sometimes I'm going to come out on top, sometimes I'm not. And sometimes it's going to feel like I'm not making any progress at all. But as with a wrestling match where sometimes you've got two people that are working and one of them's pushing just to keep their shoulder up off the mat so they can't be pinned, sometimes the effort of continuing the process is what eventually opens the door for us to gain a better understanding of what's going on. Now, as that applies to our personal development, hey, if there's something that you feel like you're working on and it really isn't moving forward, acknowledge that you are in the midst of the grapple and that maybe you're right on the edge of being able to experience a breakthrough. I hope that's been useful for you today. If it has, give us a thumbs up, give us a share. Maybe, hey, subscribe and join us for the rest of the journey. We'd love to have you come along. In the meantime, my name is Todd Wente. This has been the Daily 180. Go forth and conquer. We'll see you next time.